everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Marshalls going up against the Chiefs. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the San Antonio Marshalls and the Kansas City Chiefs. After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. 319. 319.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Here we go now.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number one task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high five or two for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. He'll look to throw. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Gun now on third down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that brings up fourth down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. Play clock winding down. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Here we go now.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And many use the running game like boxers do. Body blow after body.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 37 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for this.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Amari Cooper from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. offense heading back out there. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the stiff arm. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. 2nd down and the offense needing 5 yards. One receiver to the left is Cooper. The gun. They'll look to throw. Going up top. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. 3-19. Watching that, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 21-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ohio.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now this offense ready to take over again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Every now and then, you have some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it. But when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let them have that opportunity.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Looking to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll set up to throw. Coleman has it here right side. That one goes for 24 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Another pistol look here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. One receiver to the left is Cooper. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Set. Green 39. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Coleman, the man in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Textbook defense. Nowhere to go for the runner. They get there. They make the tackle. Play over.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. The play clock's running down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. but 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. He'll drop to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Ohio, here we go. Ohio.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now let's go. All right, now look at Leopard. Leopard. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit. Set. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way for. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their big tight end, 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Play action. They'll throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Now that has to be fun for a head coach to watch. They've been working on clock management since the first day they went to camp. And guess what? It all came together there. A team that understood the situation, got out of bounds, and stopped the clock.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. 1 receiver to the left is Cooper. And the slot man goes in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.